Hi, thanks for joining. Have you ever thought about Adam Harishon in the first year of existence? The world was created in Tishrei, when the sun shines for so many hours, giving light to be able to see what we're doing, providing energy for plants and animals to grow and thrive. And as the months progressed, the amount of hours that the sun was shining were fewer and fewer. Every day, there was more and more darkness. Every day, things got a little bit worse because Adam had no way of knowing that it was going to get bright again. For all he knew, the sun was going to continue shining for fewer and fewer hours of the day until it didn't shine anymore. He would have no way of seeing, no way of growing and thriving. And with every day that passed, a little bit of hope disappeared. Darkness consumed. And if I were Adam Harishon, I would have been spiraling into this downward pit of despair, losing all hope. And when we're dealing with chronic pain, when we're dealing with ongoing pain, we have a very similar reaction. We start with pain, and it continues and persists and pulls us deeper and deeper into darkness. As you can see here, we have this cycle of ongoing pain. It starts with some source of pain. And as that pain persists, we begin to decrease our activity. Muscle tension kicks in, which causes reduced circulation and inflammation of the muscles, which causes reduced movement, increasing the pain. And as we decrease our activity, it also leads to negative emotions. And sometimes those negative emotions are fear that if we create certain movements, we're going to exacerbate the pain. It's feelings of depression or anxiety. All of these negative emotions that come as we decrease our activity, decrease self-worth and value, how we perceive ourselves. And as those negative emotions build up, it often leads to avoidance. We avoid doing the things that bring us joy. We avoid resources that help us stay regulated, like getting together with family and friends, doing activities that we enjoy. And as we avoid more and more of those things that nurture us, it leads to distress in the nervous system. It leads to distress on an emotional, social, even spiritual level. And as we get stuck in this distress, that causes more pain, which feeds into this looping cycle. And the longer we stay in this cycle, the more familiar and habitual it becomes. Because even though something is not serving us, when it's familiar, the body will stick with it. But we can create opportunities to break free of these patterns. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I was born with a medical condition that caused a lot of pain from a very young age. I struggled with the challenges of trying to figure out how my body could function, hoping that maybe I could also figure out how I could thrive in this body. I spent a lot of time and energy being mad at my parents, at the doctors, at God, wanting someone else to fix me. They brought me into this world. They needed to fix me. And it wasn't until I hit rock bottom, where I felt like I had no options left, that I finally broke out of this downward cycle of pain and blame. And I turned inward. Instead of disassociating and disconnecting like I had experienced so frequently in that cycle of pain, whether it was disconnecting through TV, movies, media, food, exercise, anything to get my mind away from the reality of what I was dealing with. But rather, when I finally let go of that blame and turned inward and found my own light, my own resources, instead of expecting and hoping that someone else was going to do this work for me, that's when I started shifting the trajectory of my life. I turned inward at the point of despair, when I was consumed with darkness. And that's exactly what Chanukah is. Chanukah is coming at the darkest time of the year. When we are all consumed with darkness, that is when we have the holiday of Chanukah. And the mitzvah of this Chag is to be home and light our candles. It is the only mitzvah, the only holiday that we need to be home. Ner ish ubeito. And so, during Chanukah, we are inviting ourselves to come back home, to stop disconnecting, avoiding, disassociating, and come back to our true selves. And from that place, we can find light, and we can let that light grow and expand every single night, every moment. And that's what I want to do with you today. I want to share with you some of my favorite tools that I have used for myself in my journey of healing and growth, and that I continue using with my clients. So, instead of being stuck in a cycle of pain, we're going to shift into a cycle of healing growth. And as you can see, we start with finding our support. So, whether you are sitting or standing, take a moment, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, get yourself as comfortable as you can be, and take a moment to notice where your body is supported by the surfaces beneath you. Maybe it's the chair that you're sitting on, the ground under your feet. If you don't have ground under your feet, I'm going to invite you to adjust how you're sitting so that your feet can really touch the ground. Take a moment to notice gravity holding you in place. Take a moment to notice where your body is saying yes to gravity. Where your body is being supported by the earth. And notice if there are areas of your body that are resisting that support of the earth, that's holding away from the ground. And we're bringing a quality of noticing without judgment or criticism, bringing a playful curiosity to observe what is right now in this moment. There's no expectations, just checking in and noticing where your body feels support. And when you're ready, we're going to continue on to the next stage. Connect with your body. So for this, if you wear glasses, I'm going to invite you to take them off. And we're going to take our hands and rub them together. And keep rubbing your hands until you start feeling warmth building up in the palms of your hands. Keep going until they feel nice and warm. And then once you feel that warmth in the palm of your hands, go ahead and place your hands over your eyes. So we're not pressing directly on the eyeballs. We're letting the palm of the hand, press around the eye socket. And if it feels okay for you, continuing to notice the source of support for your body here. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Inviting your eyes to soften into their sockets. Your eyes releasing towards the back of your head. And when you're ready, let your fingers, your hands begin exploring your face, your head. Feel your forehead, your scalp. And notice what kind of touch feels good for you. Maybe you're using your fingertips, maybe the palms of your hands. Maybe you're gently tapping. Maybe you're pressing. You get to choose what feels good for you today in this moment. Feel your eyebrows and around your eyes. As if you're putting lotion, oils all over your body. Gently feeling each part of your body, your nose, even the openings of the nostrils, your cheeks, your ears. And don't hesitate to reach a little bit inside your ears, maybe widening the ears, creating a sense of widening throughout your face, your throat. And feel your jaw, all the way down to your chin. And then finally come and find your lips. Feel your lips. And as you swallow, you're going to follow the sensation of the swallow with your hands down your throat. Great. And we're coming to the chest, the collarbones. Notice again what kind of touch feels okay for you, or maybe even pleasant. Feel the back of your neck. And that quality of touch is allowed to change as you move through different parts of your body. And we're going to do one arm at a time, really feeling the entire arm, even the armpit. Move down one arm, all the way down the wrist and the hand, each of the fingers. Again, like you're putting oil all over your body. And flowing back up to the heart. And do the other arm. So again, you can do this standing, you can do this sitting. What allows you to feel supported? Right? We started off with finding our support, and now we're connecting to the body. So feel your body. Where do I start? Where do I end? What are the different sensations in my body? And as you're touching yourself, you can notice, what does it feel like to touch your body? And what does it feel like for your body to be touched? Two subtle, different sensations. And bring your hands back at your heart. Take a breath here. Every exhale, an opportunity to stay connected to your source of support. And when you're ready, let your hands make their way down your chest. Feeling your whole chest. If you can reach the back of your ribs, go for it. As long as it doesn't cause tension in your body. And slowly make your way down into the abdomen. I know when I get to my abdomen, my hands naturally go into a circling movement. So notice what happens for you. A lot of time I see people bringing their hands towards center and then out to the sides. What kind of movement and touch feels good for you is allowing you to connect to this part of your body. And slowly make your way down into the pelvis. Feel this back, your bottom, feel the sides, feel the front all the way down to the pubic bone. Feel your inner thighs. And if you're standing, I'm going to encourage you to bend your knees a little bit in order to reach your legs. And slowly make your way down, 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 feeling the backs of the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, all the way down to your feet. Keep going. Let your head drop down. Stay down with your feet. Maybe let out a sigh with your exhale down here. And when you're ready to come up, press your feet into the ground as you slowly roll up from the support of the earth, letting your hands gently stroke your body as you come up, all the way up. And bring your hands down. Let your hands rest wherever they feel comfortable. Maybe at your heart. One hand at the heart, one hand at the abdomen. Maybe you want to rest your hands on your legs. And with your hands resting wherever they feel comfortable, take a moment to notice your support. Notice your body. And we'll begin noticing the sensations in your body. Notice what you hear. Notice the sounds furthest away. The sounds closer by, maybe inside the room that you're sitting or standing in. Notice if you can hear the sounds closest to you, maybe even inside your own body. Notice what you can smell. Notice the taste in your mouth. And you can allow some gentle movement of your lips, your tongue, even your nose. Notice the sensations on your skin. And inviting your awareness beneath your skin. Notice what you notice. An invitation without expectation. Maybe you're noticing your heart, your breath. Maybe you're noticing a grumbling of your stomach. Notice whatever is coming up for you. And you can choose to keep your eyes closed or allow them to open. If you're comfortable having your eyes closed, I'm going to encourage you to keep them closed. As we're inviting our vision to seek out light and good. So even if there is an area of pain and discomfort, calling for your attention. I'm going to invite you to acknowledge it without becoming involved with it. As you allow an opportunity to find a place in your body that feels okay. And don't worry about how big or small that area is. There's nothing too insignificant. I know when I started this practice, the only place in my body that didn't feel pain was my fingernails. Sometimes also my hair. So wherever that place is for you, focus your attention on the place in your body that feels okay. Maybe you can even find a place in your body that feels pleasant. Allow yourself a few moments to be with that. Allowing your breath to flow in and out as you allow your focus to rest on the light of okayness, of pleasantness. And maybe with every inhale, that light shines a little bit brighter. Allow it if it wants to. And inviting yourself to stay connected to that source of light. We're going to shift towards the 5th stage in this cycle of healing growth, shifting towards gratitude. So allow yourself a moment to focus in on something about yourself that you're grateful for. It could be that place of okay or pleasant that you connected to. It might be your willingness to try, even if this time around you didn't yet find a place that felt pleasant. Maybe showing up. The sky is the limit. What about yourself are you grateful for right now in this moment? And from a place of gratitude, take a moment again to notice the support of the surfaces beneath you, whether your chair or the ground. Notice where your body is saying yes to gravity, allowing gravity to hold you close to the earth. Anyone who has experienced pain for an ongoing period of time will know the frequency with which we are asked, where does it hurt? Every time you go to a doctor, every time a friend wants to check in, where does it hurt? How bad does it hurt? And the more frequently we're asked this question, the more we are reinforcing to our brains, to our beings, to seek out the pain. Notice it. Pay attention to it. But what happens when instead of asking, where does it hurt, we start getting ourselves used to asking, where do you feel okay? Where do you feel light? Where do you feel pleasant? And the more space, awareness, energy we give to that question, the more opportunity we give for the light of okayness and pleasant to expand and grow, shining and radiating. Every month in the Jewish calendar is connected to a letter in the Aleph Bet. And the letter connected to the month of Kislev is the Samech, the circular letter. And it's reminding us that we are part of a cycle. When we think that darkness is consuming us, we're circling back up into light, into more opportunities. So, Samech, Somech Noflim, supporting those who are falling. When you feel that you are spiraling down into darkness, I want to invite you to remember that you have the opportunity to come back home. Find your support. Chanukah is the holiday that we have to be home in order to fulfill the mitzvah of lighting the candles. So come back home into your body and then light one candle. Find one place in your body that feels okay. And let that light of okayness, of pleasantness, slowly expand. And as we focus our attention towards light instead of darkness, we allow that light to expand and create opportunities and send us spiraling upward towards growth. Sheniskeh.